Hey guys, it's Xocliw here, and today I'm going to be showing you how you can build shields for your turrets. And joining me today is Mad Scientist Gfleka, who is the creator of these designs. So he's going to be showing us how you can build these crazy things. So yeah, say hello to everyone, Gfleka.
Hello guys.
Right, so first off we're going to go over here and we're going to look at how these are built. And these are built using two pairs of connectors connecting the two parts that make up the turret, which are the shield, the base and the shield, and the turret itself. But today I'm going to be showing you how to use the secret rotor technique to build the turrets. So first off we're going to go look at Gfleka's prototype design for the turrets and yeah, see how he started this design off. So here's the prototype, and as you see it doesn't close properly, and say this was just his kind of test. Maybe Gfleka, if you could just open it for us in the settings.
Okay.
Yeah. So before we build this, I'm just going to quickly show you the mechanism for the hidden rotor version of this turret. See, opening very nicely. So if I just do it here, so in here you can see you've got the large rotor, and using the technique, the secret rotor technique, you can use that to construct the base, which then you can use to construct the rest of the shield. And then to connect the turret is simply just the turret connected to a connector, which then connects to the connector of the station or large ship you're using. So yeah, that's the design of that. So now we're going to show you how you can build these turret shields from scratch, and Gfleka is going to take the lead here and going to show you exactly how you can do it.
Okay guys, so the first thing we do is place a station block, and we're gonna make a 5x5 station. Right. We're gonna make a hole in the middle, indicating the place for our turret, and make a cut hole block next to it, and place a rotor. Then we're gonna cut the top part of the rotor, the rotating part, using the Control, Shift, and X. This can also be done in survival, of course, can it?
So yeah, both the connector design and the rotor design can be done in survival, but with the rotor design you have to use a different method, which I'm sure you can find online, to put the ability to put the small blocks on top. But yeah, I know a lot of guys, the ability to build something in survival is important, so yes, you can build this in survival.
Okay, so the next thing we want to do is place a new small ship and place a small rotor on top, and do the exact same thing with the rotating part. So you're left with that part in your hands, and what you want to do is just come very close and just paste it inside. So there you go. Now you have the large to small rotor connection that we're going to use to make our shield. So now I'm going to place a block over here that's going to indicate the position of the turret we're going to place. So basically now what you want to do is start building your shield. Okay, we're going to use the symmetry mode to speed things up a bit. Don't want to waste your precious time. Okay. Basically, we're just going to do the ugly version now. Very blocky. And another thing to say over here, if you're using the rotor version, you can't place more than 4 blocks in height for the missile turret. If you're using the connector version, you can place 5 blocks.
Like in the Dragons thing, he's got the missile turret and the connector block, and he's got 5 high. And you can also see how he's used rivets and stuff and made it more hexagonal and cut and sloped to make it look a lot prettier, the base and the shield.
Okay, so now we're going to use the Gatling turret for this version. And yeah, the reason for the difference in height is that the top, the rotating part of the turrets have different collision models. So the Gatling turret has a smaller collision model than the missile turret. So now Xocliw is going to join me down here, and we're going to make a base for our turret to connect. So what we want to do is going to do something. Ready? Okay. And yes. And we're going to place a reactor. Let me see if this is good.
I think the connector needs to be 1 block lower.
Yeah, it's 1 block lower. Okay, so basically it's like this. And we have our connector. Obviously, if you want your turret to be conveyor fed, you would place conveyor system onto that connector. Okay, so now for the next thing, we're gonna be up here. We're gonna use the station, as it's easier to align the turret if we build it from here. So we're gonna place our turret on top, this little pillar, and basically delete the pillar afterwards. So we have a turret aligned to a station. Now what we want to do is place another connector onto this Gatling turret. So we need to use our nice pretty ship, isn't it, Zoc?
Yeah, it's very nice. This is what we made beforehand. It's a great looking ship. I think it's probably one of my best ones. Okay, so I'm just gonna pick this up.
Another nice tip is to use auto lock, our new cool feature, to lock this thing in place. You don't want to push it. I mean, you can't actually push this thing because it's still a station, but yeah. Okay, now I converted this thing to a ship, so Xocliw can now put it into its place. Now, if you want some help, you can turn on your developer mode, just so you see the collision models. This thing.
Alright, let's have a look here. Okay. So we'll look at the...
Right.
Okay. Right. Yeah, you gotta take your time with this, getting it in place, because...
yeah, it's better to take time than to ruin your newly formed shield.
It's a snug fit, that's for sure.
Yeah, during this phase you have to take care that you rotate your connector in the right way, because if you rotate it wrong, it won't fit inside. It actually has... It's not perfect square, it's more... It's just not perfect square, yeah. Now,
so you gonna lock that connector off for me? Alright, thank you.
Yeah, it's locked now. So basically what I've done now is, as the connector is connected, I went down to the lower connector, because the upper one does not have power, so you can't lock the upper one, but the lower connector can be locked in place.
And now, as you can see, we've got a nice turret, which is surrounded in small block armor within its collision model. So that's all good. We've done what we're supposed to so far. So yeah.
Yeah. Okay, now we're gonna build doors that are going to open and close onto this turret.
Okay, so now we're going to build the doors. But just before we do that, we're just going to cover up these holes, which you can do pretty quickly. Just drag that over, and you can have, have these little flaps. You could have them coming out and into different shapes and stuff, and make them look quite cool. So yeah, now we're going to build the doors, and Xocliw is going to build one side, and I'm going to build the other side. A race even, maybe. So let's just okay, so let's make sure I get this right. So yeah, good looking doors. Oh, 1 minute, is mine? No, oh, that's good. So we're getting there.
Okay, now guys, Doc is going to finish up the rooftops, and I'm going to try and guess which way these rotors work. So bear in mind if I rotate them wrong way. So I'm opening up the doors slightly so we can build the doors flush with each other. We're going to use the intersecting blocks, and it's going to look cool once we're done. Zach, is it opening?
Yeah, so one of the doors is opening, yeah.
Okay. Still opening?
It's stopped now. So the lower one wants to be like that, and the higher one. I think this is right, isn't it, Xocliw? I think.
Yeah.
And then
right.
Like that. All right.
Yeah, so we can do this all the way around. Even on the edges. Okay. And that's it.
There we go. We've got a pretty good seal there, and you can obviously make that better. Me and Xocliw had a bit of fighting our designs at the end. I don't know why. So yeah, I think that is it. And so we've shown you how you can attach using the hidden rotor trick to basically surround your turrets and small armor. And this is a good example of how you can disguise your turrets on the ships. It's just simple shapes and stuff, and then you can fold back the doors and reveal the turrets, and yeah, destroy stuff. So it's a great design, and I hope that you guys could find use for it on your ships and stations. A word of warning would probably be that it doesn't work too well on ships at the moment, and that's because the actual turret itself can come loose when you turn or just when you move, accelerate quickly. But for stations it's perfect, and yeah, you can have a lot of fun with these. I hope you guys found it interesting today, and if you did, be sure to check out my other videos. Also, don't forget to head across to the Steam Workshop and download Xocliw's Dragon's Breath turret armor and have a go at it for yourself. So yeah, I'll see you guys next time.
Bye. Dzień.